Pokemon Sword and Shield was just announced today, and I have a few thoughts about it. Now, personally, I don't have a lot of expectations for Pokemon, not because I hate it, but because I really do love it. It's kind of the situation which every single game they release, I kind of just enjoyed the core experience. There are stuff that I know a lot of people don't like about Pokemon, how some people feel like they haven't advanced a lot and they aren't as ambitious as they used to be. But personally, how I personally play Pokemon is when a game comes out, I play it and I go through it and love it. And that's just how I experience Pokemon. And again, if you have some differing opinions to me, please let me know. And if you think that there are some bad stuff about this announcement, please let me know that as well. I have some notes here about the announcement. Now, I'm not sure if this is actually going to go well or if my notes are actually legible. They're really just scribbles. I'm not in the place where I actually usually do stuff. And I don't have the means to record a Let's Play today, so that's why I'm doing this, and I think it's actually a good idea because I want to do more stuff like this. So let's get into my thoughts on Pokemon Sword and Shield. Okay, so a lot of things I noticed. First of all, I think the effects and visuals are better, despite what a few people say. I think they do look better than they did in Sun and Moon. Not that Sun and Moon look bad, but I feel like you can tell that this is a Switch game. Now, I think if people are expecting these games, like Pokemon games, to be these kind of Red Dead Redemption 2 type games, or these, vast vistas that that you can travel to, and you see that mountain over there, you can step all over the mountain. I think that's the not what Pokemon is about, or what it has never been about. Yes, a lot of people prefer the idea that it could be a little bit more open, but for me, as I said, I'm not really expecting a lot. I'm not going to get overhyped about stuff that hasn't been announced yet for the game, and I'm sure we're going to see more of it as the year goes on. But I really just like how it looks. I think it looks pretty. I think they showed it this frosted forest very early on and looked really nice. The water they showed actually looked more realistic quotations, than it did before, and I think that the battle animations even look amazing as well. If they can keep that consistency with those battle animations, I think we're gonna be all set. The fact that we got a trailer anyway, by the way, was really cool. This is how you do it. They built people up in a way that was very subtle. It was hey, we're gonna have some announcements tomorrow. They didn't say what it was, so people just were expecting, everyone's gonna be expecting stuff all the time, but I think that the actual trailer itself was really good. Yeah, it's just really gorgeous to me. I think it actually looks really pretty. It does look like the biggest world that we've been in terms of scale, though. I will say that. I'm not gonna say that it doesn't look like they've gone forward in time. It really does. It does look like a real full 3D world is what I'm saying, even though it was always 3D. You know what I'm saying. Maybe I'm just not getting it across very well. The 3 starters are Sobble, is it Scorbunny, and Grookey? Is that what the name is? Grookey? I'm Sobble, and I'm also Shield, just to let people know that's what I'm definitely looking forward to playing as. I think the 3 starters, they look very cute. I think they are very much intended to be the cuter version, to probably... and I think they always have in the back of their mind the idea that they can sell these for different things, for merchandise. And I think, their Pokemon merchandise does very well, so they're probably thinking, these could just be universal, cute Pokemon. But I think that, the excitement I've seen for Scorbunny has been awesome. The Scorching Bunny. He's very Bugs Bunny-esque. He looks like the mischievous one out of the 3. And then you look over the other one, which is Sobble, which is, sobbing like a Sobble and, turned invisible. It was invisible when it came out, which I guess is more it's camouflage because it's I guess a frog type creature. But yeah, I like the starters. I like the starters. I always like the starters anyway. I always keep the starter in my team as well. They said that the game is going to be for everyone. They said it's for everyone. They said it's a new entry role-playing game to get you excited. There will be new Pokemon, of course. It just depends on how many. I don't know how many I want personally. I wish I could think about oh, how many do I want, because I don't really mind how much there are, and I think that's probably why this video is not as intensive and intricate as other fans might be for the series, because again, if there's 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 or 100, I'm probably still going to enjoy the game. But maybe I might have a more nuanced opinion as time goes on. They also said that there's going to be the region is called Galar, the Galar region I think it's called. It said it's an industrial region that will have gyms. It showed kind of a very industrial city. It kind of reminded me of Manchester, I guess would probably be the one, old Manchester, but also a lot of European towns were very industrial in a way. they showed a very big contrast between the kind of like natural forests and natural leaves and nature and the industrial side of things. I think even in the video you can see there's like a tree devouring a house. So I'm wondering if like there's going to be this element in the game of industry versus nature. I wonder if it's going to be that type of thing, and I wonder if that's what the thing is. It's like the sword and shield versus industry, because it does look very different in the sense that like I don't think we've had like a Pokemon look so real. By that I mean this looked like an actual industrial town just with Pokemon in it. And then of course they showed like the trainers that came out, which I think look great. I think the girl looks really cool as well. I'm probably going to go with the girl. When she leaves the whole house is kind of covered in leaves as well. So you're kind of coming from nature into this like industrial world, which again, industry, I'm not saying it's bad or good. I don't really have like, that's not the take we're taking today. I think that'll be a bad and dangerous route to go down. But I think it looks great. And I think that if we're going in that direction, I think it might be cool. We don't have any indication of what the bad guy is going to be, but I'm assuming it's going to be like an owner of a conglomerate or a business or something like that, like depending on what they want to do. It said it's going to be coming out in late 2019. They said they're going to be having a lot of things coming up that we're going to show you with this game. It's a really, I wrote in here for some reason, pretty. It's pretty. I was rewatching the trailer, I was like, pretty. That makes sense. Yeah, so industry versus wildlife, I really think that's going to be one of the things it's going to have. There's like lots of forests, but there's lots of like industry as well. I think that like also something I noticed from one of the NPC trainers, she looked really cool, but also there was like these expressions on her face that were present, I think, in Sun and Moon and in the previous games as well, but I just think they look more expressive this time around as well. I can't gather much more from the trailer than that. I know there was a lot in the trailer. I know there was also a stadium in the trailer, but again, I don't want to be that guy who goes, well, this is this, and there's nothing wrong with being wrong, but like I don't want to say like, oh, that's like a soccer stadium, or that's like, you know, maybe an online system, and then it comes out and then it's like completely the opposite. But I don't know what that stadium is going to be. I don't know what it's going to entail, but I do think that it looks good. I do think that this game looks good. I think that I can totally understand the gripes that people have about this game, but again, I know for a fact that I'm probably going to enjoy it a lot when it comes out. I've already got like set it a pre-order for my nephew. I know I'm probably going to buy it on the store the day it comes out, or the day before it comes out, because like it's not a game that I need a physical copy of, but I'm going to like download it onto the Switch the day it comes out. But I'm going to be getting a physical copy for my nephew because I know he's into Pokemon too. And it was kind of funny. I was trying to be like, oh, which one do you want? He was like, oh, Sword. And I was like, okay, I'll get Shield. And he goes, okay, I'll get Shield. And I was like, okay, I'll get Sword? He's like, no, I want us to have the same one. I'm like, okay, we'll get the same one then. That's fine. What do you guys think about this? I know I'm not like a massive like crazy Pokemon fan, so it's hard to like get, you know, such a like take from this game for me. But I do think that they are definitely trying to give an experience that everyone's probably going to be pretty into. They showed a lot. It's more than what I expected. It's more than what I even like kind of expected. I didn't expect to see so much from this, and I'm glad it was such a short direct as well, because we need more like little short bursts like that as well, like little short presentations. I think more people do. I think Fallout did it a couple of years back as well for Fallout 4. Yeah. I don't want to drag on anymore, so I'll just ask you guys what you guys think of it, and I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.